All right, let's get into it. We're here to talk about the Vatican and why they must be charged as accessories to murder for the over 31 million deaths that resulted by Nazis through death, through war, through bombings, through concentration camps, through death marches, why the Vatican must also be charged with accessory to murder. I got the report, I got the details, I got the historical facts. Let's get into it. All right, so when Hitler came into power on March 5th, 1933, these two bums, Pope Pius XI and Cardinal Faulhaber, praised him and welcomed him in as the new chancellor. Why? Well, why do they do that? Well, under the old regime in Germany, the Catholic Church didn't really have power. They didn't really have influence. And so they had tried, but they had failed because the old administration wasn't really feeling the Catholic Church. So when Hitler came into power, the Catholic Church saw this as their unique opportunity to become pivotal in the role of the Catholic Church in Germany. And so what they wanted to do with Hitler's new rise to power was to establish a concordat. So what's a concordat? Well, it's like an agreement between the Catholic Church and a said government that, hey, guess what? If you scratch our back, if you, push our agenda in the Catholic Church, we'll support you as well. So that was the whole mindset of Pope Pius XI when Hitler came into power. He was all for supporting Hitler and Hitler's regime. And we're going to break down to see exactly what support he gave Hitler and what support Hitler gave him. And then here's a question. Why have they not paid for those crimes? Well, let's get into the support first. Now, let's go back for a second, back to February 27, 1933, when Hitler actually had declared 7 Catholic holidays national holidays. Now, he did a lot of other stuff on February 27th we're not going to get into, but one of the things was he made sure that the Catholic Church knew that he was definitely interested in eyeing on a very secure partnership with them. Well, why? Because Hitler realized that in order to really secure power in his Reich, he would need the backing of the most powerful entity in Germany at that time, besides the government, which obviously was the Catholic Church. So Hitler was like, listen, I'm getting good with the Catholic Church, and once I do, then we're going to be all square. How did the Catholic Church respond to that? Remember, like I told you, they were already trying to get a concordat. They were already trying to get an agreement with Hitler. So let's see what they did. Watch this. Okay, so what you're looking at right here, this is Cardinal Bertram, okay? Here's what my man did. Now, he ain't my man. That's the Catholic Church's man. All right, here's what he did. All right, so once the Catholic Church was like, hey, thanks a lot, Hitler for, giving us our national holidays, let's do you one favor. So here's what they did. On March 24th, the Catholic Church hastily removed the restrictions that they had formerly placed on the Nazi Party. They removed them, and then this guy here, Cardinal Bertram, he actually praised Adolf Hitler and told the church to give him a big warm welcome and welcome him to the family. Welcome this mass murderer to the family. Let him know he's good with the Catholic Church. Now, as the Nazi Party established its dominance with the backing of the Catholic Church, they were now able to take more liberties, and some of those liberties included, obviously, persecuting the religious minorities, executions, gas chambers, you name it. They did whatever they could to suppress the religious minority so that the Catholic Church was viewed as the premier, the numero uno in Germany. And here's the thing, the Catholic Church said nothing about it. They knew exactly what Hitler was doing because Hitler was letting them know, hey, guess what? What I'm doing is something that you yourselves did. Check this. And I have to add this. Hitler told the church, he says, I'm only going to do what the church has done to them for the past 1,500 years. That's what Hitler said. And the church did not challenge him. And the Vatican did not challenge him in that. Although they knew Hitler was doing it for the Catholic Church and in the name of the Catholic Church. And the meeting that Hitler had with the Pope of that time. Now, one of the things about the Pope is the Pope was sneaky and he was smart about it because he was careful not to appear publicly with Hitler. And when they did have meetings, he made sure that those meetings were very, very, closed doors, no cameras kind of a thing. However, some of those meetings and some of the information in those meetings did leak and did drop, and check out one of them. All right. So at this particular meeting, when Hitler was meeting with the Pope, he pretty much told the Pope, he said, we're pretty much doing what you already done. You've already condemned Jews. You already view Jews as parasites. You've banished them to the ghettos. He says, we're just going to make sure that we continue to push your agenda. That was Hitler's excuse. So let's break it down now, because everybody's going to say, well, Pope Pius XI, he died, and then Pope Pius XII, he came along, and he wasn't as supportive of Hitler. Well, let me say this for y'all who support Pope Pius XII, too, and the Vatican Church. You think the Vatican had atoned for their wrongs? You think they've atoned for their helping Hitler rise to power? Then tell me, why did the Pope XII not publicly condemn Hitler? Why was he silent? You may say, oh, well, he did help people on the side. Some people escape countries, but he was silent publicly. That's the most important platform. Public. If you don't publicly condemn someone for what they're doing, you, in a sense, allow them an opportunity to do it even further. Knowing especially well that you and your church helped make and create this monster, you owed it to the public to go public with your denunciation of Hitler. But Pope Pius XII, silently. Let's hope this goes away. Are you kidding me? And then you want the world to praise you? Which unfortunately they did, because you had established so many concordance with everyone else. They're so dumb, they didn't realize that you were the one responsible for it. Well done, Catholic Church. Well done, Vatican. You're very good at being corrupt. You bamboozled everybody. They believed you. Ridiculous. But it's in the history books. I'm not making none of this up. You want to go find out, open up a book and read it. It's all there. Don't act like I'm the messenger, the one who's making all this stuff up. It's in the history books. You want to get mad at the history books. Get rid of the ones who wrote the history. Because it's all there. If you don't do the research, you don't want to know the truth. But it's all there. I'm not making this up. You kidding me? Y'all, I got to get out of here. This report ain't supposed to be that long, but I got to wrap it up with this for any of y'all who think the Vatican still shouldn't be charged as accessories to murder. Let's go to 1943 for a second, okay? 1943, Hitler demanded the head of all the Jewish leaders in Rome. He demanded their head. He says, I want all the Jewish leaders in Rome rounded up. And guess who's going to help me? The Vatican. So these Jewish leaders came to the Pope Pius XII, the one who people seem to adore so much. And they're like, hey, we're about to die. Hitler's demanding, 50 kilograms of gold. We don't have it. Can we get that from you? By the way, you created this problem. Can we get this money? You know what the Pope did? Hold up, you ain't gonna believe this one. Do you know what the Pope did? Pope Pius XII. He said, well, instead of giving y'all this money, I'm gonna give it to you as a loan. I'm gonna loan you the money. I ain't giving it to you. I'm the Catholic Church. I'm the Vatican. We don't give out gold like that. Or we can take gold, but we don't give it out like that. They gave it to them as a loan. A loan. Now, of course, Hitler killed them anyways. But it just goes to show the attitude that the Vatican had towards the problem that they themselves had created. Wouldn't even give the money to the Jews. Loaned it to them. Ain't that something? Now, y'all getting mad at me. Y'all want to shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know what the history books say. I don't care if you get mad. You can get mad if you want to. But here's what I'm saying, and here's what I'm demanding. The Vatican Church needs to be, again, charged as accessories to murder in the death of some 31 million that lost their lives as a result of the Nazis' rise to power and the horrible things that they've done to mankind. I mean, we still feel the effects of it today. Yet the Vatican has escaped punishment. Is it because he's established concordance with you as well? Just like he did with Hitler? When will you finally charge the Vatican for the crimes against humanity? Now, you got this 101-year-old German who got charged recently for what? For his role in the death of 3,500 and 18, I want to say, Jews. Now y'all charge this man, the little pawn, but y'all not charging the head. You're not charging the masterpiece. You're not charging the person who's moving these pawns. You're going to charge the pawn, and you want the world to applaud you. You charge the pawn. Y'all still haven't got the one who was moving the pieces from the jump, the Vatican Church. What's up? What's going on? You want the people to praise you because you charged a pawn, and you ain't got the headmaster who's behind it? And and I swear, if you flag this post, I'm coming for you too, because this is all in the history books. You don't like history, and if you take this post down, I'm coming for you directly as someone who stands against human rights, as well as who supports Hitler. Because if you take this post down, then you clearly support Hitler. Because this whole post is about how the Vatican Church supported Hitler and his rise to power, and now must pay the consequences. And if you flag this post, you must support Hitler too. Don't play with me, because we'll come for you too. We won't have to come for you. If you do the right thing, they need to be charged as accessories to murder. And if you can't charge them in your individual states, which I know you can, there are other laws internationally that can be applied, and they can be charged with those as well. Seize their assets and pay them to the victims that they've impacted and hurt. Seize their assets. Pay that money out to the victims. I mean, they don't stole most of it anyways, if not 99% of it. Seize their assets. Pay that money out to the victims. Case closed. What is it called? Restitution? I know what it is. Restitution. I remember when somebody had broke into my apartment some years back and had stole some stuff, and they wanted to charge the man with restitution. It's restitution. I ain't never seen a dime. I didn't get a dime of that money. They was like, well, restitution, justice. Restitution. It's time they pay. It's 2022. It's time they pay. I'm Joseph Bonner. This is the Joseph Bonner Reports. Until next time, don't play, because we coming for you.